Now, the NHS says people with mild depression should be offered exercise or therapy instead of antidepressants. It comes as new data shows more than 20 million antidepressants were prescribed between October and December of last year, 6% more than the previous year. Let's talk now to Dave Lyons. He's the founder of Tackling Minds, which offers people the chance to go fishing to help with mental health issues. Thanks for very much for being with us, Dave. So, this is about an alternative to antidepressants in cases of milder depression. And I imagine your experience with fishing, seems to work for you. You think this is a good idea, presumably?
Yes. So this is something I started in November last year. And since I've started this, we've had over 600 participants that have been using our service. The amount of people that have come through and the benefit they receive, as I say, we see that on a daily basis, and it continues to be like that. There's such a huge demand for services such as Tackling Minds, our fishing services, but just as well as other social prescribing groups as well.
So in a way, your own sort of self-prescribed treatment, Dave, is now a therapy recognised by the NHS and recommended.
So I went through my own personal struggles, which I still do, which is generalised anxiety and also depression. And I got back into my fishing after literally years away from it. I was in my recovery from coming out of an alcohol detox. I used to self-medicate because of my anxiety and my depression. And there was nothing that I could compare fishing to. It was better than any CBT that I've done. It was better than any medication, the 1,000,001 medications that I've been prescribed. And I thought, if this is going to work for me, then, it must work for other people. And then this is where it came about me starting Tackling Minds. Things have really snowballed and gained momentum from then on.
So this is not in addition to antidepressants, just to be clear. You're not on antidepressants at the moment?
No, I'm not currently on antidepressants, but some of our service users are on antidepressant. So you could also say it's something that complements if it's therapy or medication as well. So it's not something that we say it's an alternative to medication.
I mean, one of the issues is the ability of those with mild depression to get to see trained therapists and trained counsellors who could then recommend or prescribe these kinds of things. That seems to be one of the real problems, as it is across sort of all mental health services.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the case for a lot of people. But again, this is why it's great that such organisations like Tackling Minds, people that are currently on the waiting list, at least there is something there, something that's proven to help other people. Now, we're working with Angling Direct and also Anglia Ruskin University for the first ever scientific research between the link between mental and physical health with fishing. So that is going to be massive and groundbreaking news.
Yeah, and what about people, Dave, who are on antidepressants? Maybe they've been on antidepressants for quite some time and are nervous about coming off them. Is this kind of activity and this kind of therapy that you're talking about something that maybe could help them come off antidepressants, give them the confidence perhaps to come off antidepressants?
100%. And again, I see this with the service users that come week in, week out. There's nothing better than being outside in the green, blue, open spaces. As we already know, there's research to say how beneficial that is towards your mental health. You're engaging in a new activity, so you're keeping that mind occupied. You're engaging with other people. You're out in the wildlife, the beautiful scenery, and if you can catch a few fish and learn a new skill at the end of the day, it's just an added bonus to what we're about.
Right. And just finally, Dave, do you think there is a tendency to, within the health service, to prescribe antidepressants as the kind of first, almost the default way to deal with people with depression and anxiety?
It definitely does seem that way. Again, through my own experience, I can definitely relate to the amount of medications I've been trialled on, the different type of talking therapies as well. So it's a shame that there isn't organisations like ours isn't the go-to therapy over medication. So, yeah, it should be pushed a lot further than it is at the minute.
All right. Well, listen, Dave, good luck with what you're trying to do, and I wish you well as well. Thank you very much indeed.
Appreciate it. Thank you.